Good afternoon. So this is the beginning of October and beginning of the Eco Essex food topic of the month. So I'm going to try and come in here in the month of October talking about food within your business. Let's see if I can just share this with anyone. No idea who that's shared with. And talking about how we can relate it to your business. So today has been the official start of England banning single-use plastic straws, the single-use plastic stirrers, and the plastic cotton buds. Now, this apparently is going to save about 4.7 billion of these items being wasted, which sounds a lot, doesn't it? Do you know what? The devastating thing is, it's not a lot. And I mean, 4.7 billion, right? That's a really frigging big number. It's not, it's a drop in the ocean. If we're going to talk about the ocean, the irony of plastic in the ocean. 4.7 billion is a tiny, tiny amount. And I was looking at stats for single-use plastic in England. And I found a stat, and it's, where have I put it? If I'd saved it. 114 billion uses of single-use plastic in the UK, not England, but UK, just from supermarkets. 114 billion a year, just from single-use plastic in supermarkets. So that's not all of the UK single-use plastic. It's just those that come from a supermarket, which probably is a large amount. So when we look at 4.7, you know, that's not even 5% of that, let alone the whole single-use plastic. So, for example, let's roughly say it's like 1% of all single-use plastic. It's not enough, but there's part of me that's pleased that like our government is making these changes and kind of going, yay, small steps are great. But we are running out of time. However, I try and soften this up. You know, the tipping point for our planet was about 10-12 years away, and it's rapidly changed to 7 years before we get to a point of no return, and that we can't really look after our planet and go backwards. You know, we all these things will happen, catastrophic weather behaviours and the melting of the ice caps, and we won't be able to change them, we won't be able to go back on them. And so for me, I feel disappointed the government hasn't done more than that. I just think banning of single-use plastic and fruit and veg, just so many things, like cling film could be banned. Like, we all have lunch boxes, do you know what I mean? An old-fashioned lunchbox is just basically somewhere to put your food. So I kind of feel like so much more could have been done, really. So I'm pleased, but really disappointed at the same time. So I'd be really interested to know how you feel about the ban on single-use plastic. Hi, Louise. So I was just kind of thinking about businesses and you guys, and what single-use plastic do you use in your business, especially those of you that are in the food industry, or even if you're not in the industry, do you make your clients a drink? Do you make them a snack, a sandwich? Do you run a cafe? What kind of business are you in that might have any element of food or drink in it? Even it might just be your staff room. What single-use plastic are you using? And actually, on another point, again, another thing that annoys me about the government, and actually a lot of eco-emphasis is around plastic. But we actually need to know the truth, which is what I will go through much more in my workshop this Saturday. Plastic isn't the only problem. Like, single use is the problem. And so I get frustrated that there's so much emphasis on single-use plastic, because single-use plastic is bad, and I agree, it is bad, but it kind of makes out that it's okay to have a single-use paper straw. It's not okay to have a single-use paper straw. It doesn't work, for starters. Every time I've had a paper straw, it is rubbish. It disintegrates whilst my daughter's drinking, because she's probably drinking a bit slower than me, and it goes soggy and mushy and she can't drink through it. It literally disintegrates while she's having a drink. It's rubbish, and they won't be recycled because they'll be wet and soggy, and wet and soggy paper can't be recycled. So it isn't a solution. So I do get annoyed by all this, as you could probably tell. So I'll be really interested to know about your business and what kind of single-use items, maybe not plastic, what single-use items are you using within the food and drink element of your business? I promise I won't get shouty at you. And let's see if we can find an alternative for it. What else was I going to say? I can't even remember now. I have all these ideas of things I want to talk about, I think there's so many things to think about within food and drink that I'm going to try and cover this month about packaging of food. I posted today about this single-use straws and actual alternatives. I mean, I said to a cafe, well, it's my local cafe, can't you sell reusable straws? Hang on, let me get them. She's only a little cafe. She said, no, I don't have space. And I wanted to show you how much space it takes to sell straws. That's it. And on the counter, sign, £1 or whatever, £2. Doesn't take up room. Let's not use crap excuses. Sorry to be blatant, but we all have to take this responsibility. It does not take up space to sell straws. So let's stop being lame. Let's stop making excuses. Let's take responsibility. And let me help you. Because I just think that was a rubbish excuse that she gave me, to be honest. So if you want to know more about Food and Drink Month, then keep tuned in the group and I'll try and talk about a few things this month. It may not be relevant to your business, fair enough, but hopefully you can engage in the conversations as a consumer yourself. If you don't have a business in the food industry, you are still, like me, a consumer. I'm sure you go and get your coffee or your tea occasionally, you might go out for dinner occasionally, you might go to a local cafe. Whatever it is, you still have an opinion about this. So please do join in the conversations. The more we can all engage in posts and support one another, the big impact we're all going to have and the bigger difference we can make. And remember, what is my saying? Knowledge plus action equals change. Change won't happen without the knowledge and without any action. So if you want to know more, I am running our workshop on Saturday. This will be the last live one I'm doing before it will just be a pre-recorded one, which obviously won't have a Q&A element to it, which the live one does. So that is this Saturday at 2 o'clock, roughly an hour. I've already planned it. It's probably like to go over probably an hour and a quarter-ish. But I have rewritten it actually from what I did a few months ago, and to try and include all the bits you want to know and condense it down to the most important bits that you want to get out of 1 hour of your time, because I know how precious time is. So that's 2 o'clock on Saturday, and that is £15 for me to kind of give you all just like a load of tips, ideas, looking at your business values, looking at how to attract your ideal client, looking at things like packaging alternative, utility saving, save you money, how to make money, how to set goals that can be realistically achieved, how to prevent the overwhelm in you trying to make these businesses. Loads of jam-packed stuff with resources that I'm going to send you via email and stuff as well, and follow-up support offering. Like, I feel like I'm giving quite a lot, and I just want you, as many of you as possible, to learn. So the more businesses out there are inspiring and eco, the more people you inspire. Every business that makes these changes can inspire all your customers and all your clients. So think how many people's life you can change and impact for the positive. That's the way I look at it, is that you can have a massive impact on your community and making them all a bit more eco knowledgeable. So if you want to join me, let me know. Really, tomorrow is the last day you can buy it, because I need to send out the pre-worksheet by Friday. So let me know. Running out of time. So hopefully see you Saturday. Bye.